Hi, I'm Vinny, and this is Vinny's View, and I'm here in my mobile studio. I just got done seeing Angels and Demons. It's the latest movie by Ron Howard of the books by Dan Brown, and this is the sequel to Da Vinci Code, which was a widely successful movie, and obviously the books are incredibly successful. And this is the sequel to that. Again, it stars Tom Hanks and as Dr. Langdon. And he reprises his role from Da Vinci Code. Ewan McGregor's in this movie. It follows a similar path as the Da Vinci Code. It's a lot different from that one, though. It's not as intricate. I think that the Da Vinci Code was really, to me, was very hard to follow. It was all over the place. And as all over the place as it was, I think the ending for me in the Da Vinci Code was very predictable. I mean, I kind of predicted it an hour with about an hour left in the movie. So this one is a better movie. I think it's definitely a more interesting movie. It happens within a smaller time frame. So there's definitely a ticking clock in this movie. The story in a nutshell is Tom Hanks is Professor Langdon. He's a symbologist, something like that. Anyway, he is summoned by the Vatican to come to Rome to help with a major problem they're having. The Pope has died. They have assembled a conclave of cardinals. They're going to elect a new Pope, but unfortunately, 4 cardinals are captured and kidnapped by a so-called ancient group called the Illuminati. And this group was wronged by the Catholic Church. They believed a little bit more in science, and in those days, the Catholic Church was trying to keep science down in a lot of ways. So they wronged the group of the Illuminati. So this is supposedly their revenge against the Catholic Church. So they captured these cardinals, and every hour on the hour, a cardinal was going to die. And of course, it's done in such a fashion that Professor Langdon will be able to figure it out using his symbols and his knowledge of all ancient history, and he of course he'll be able to figure it out. And he's coupled with a scientist, her name played by Eilert Zurer, who's an Israeli actress, and her name is Vittoria Vetra, and she's a physicist who created this antimatter, basically an incredible explosive when handled in the wrong way. And the Illuminati evidently got their hands on this somehow. That's another convoluted way. They got their hands on this and planted it in Vatican City. And after all the cardinals are killed, there's going to be a giant explosion and basically destroy the entire Catholic Church. So that's the story in a nutshell. This movie, made by Ron Howard. He's, one of our great directors. I mean, I absolutely love his movies. Frost Nixon is a great movie. He did recently. Cinderella Man. I love Cinderella Man. I think he's just really one of our top directors. He did Beautiful Mind, great movie. Apollo 13. So those are some of his movies. He's following up the Da Vinci Code, which he also directed. I don't know. I mean, I think his look and his feel of directing is wearing a little thin. He's just a little too many special effects and camera moves and twisting cameras and spinning cameras, and a lot of graphics he uses in this, which he's done in The Beautiful Mind and the Da Vinci Codes. I think that's to me, it's getting a little old, especially in a movie this long. This movie is about 2.5 hours long. It's really a long movie. It doesn't stop. There's a lot of action. It's a gripping movie in a lot of ways. It takes you through Rome, which is fabulous. I mean, seeing Rome on film, what could be bad? I mean, the plot just twists and turns and changes, and who's a good guy, who's a bad guy. I just felt like it was a little too convoluted, the story, and a little too much, to be honest with you. I hate to say it because I really like Ron Howard. And once you get to the ending, which I will not give away, it's just like 2 or 3 endings in this movie, and it just never stops. And I thought it was a little over the top, to be honest with you. The ending just got a little too much. Ron, what are you doing? What are you doing, Ron? You know, there was a lot of controversy with this movie about the Catholic Church was having a big problem with it. The Vatican didn't want them to shoot there, and I mean, overall, I don't think it puts the Catholic Church in a bad light, except for, you know, the murdering priests and some of the other people who did some bad things in this movie. But overall, I don't think it was worth the controversy. It doesn't put the Catholic Church in too bad a light. You know, going back to Ron Howard and, you know, why he made this movie, I mean, he's never done a sequel before, and I really believe that the Da Vinci Code was such a successful movie that he obviously had to suck it up here and follow up with a sequel with Angels and Demons, and that was obviously a very successful book as well. I just think he should have maybe not done it, to be honest with you. I think he should have stuck to his guns and just made something different. I mean, I think he is a brilliant director, but I think that he kind of went for the money with this one. So, sorry, Ron, again. So I'd like to go through some of the actors in the movie. I mean, we have Tom Hanks. He plays Professor Langdon. He reprises his role. He's, you know, to me, he's one of our great actors. I love Tom Hanks. He does amazing movies. Obviously, he's won Academy Awards for Forrest Gump, which, you know, can you ever stop watching Forrest Gump once it comes on TV? I don't think so. I cry at the end every time. Okay, so Forrest Gump. Obviously, he did Philadelphia. He won his first Oscar for Philadelphia, and he was, you know, obviously brilliant in that movie as well. Saving Private Ryan is one of my all-time favorite movies. Steven Spielberg, great war picture, and he's just the heart and soul of that movie. He's so amazing in that movie. Apollo 13. You know, here's a movie that Ron Howard directed as well. Everyone knows the ending of this movie, and you still loved it. Okay, so I loved Tom Hanks. The Green Mile is another one I just loved. Road to Perdition. So he's a great actor. He does a great job with this professor, this character. I think he does a good job with it. He has a little sense of humor to him. You know, again, it's a tough movie to make. I think there's a lots of twists and turns. He pulls off the role very well. So Tom, all right, pretty good job, but let's find another great movie to do, I think. Okay, we have Ewan McGregor in this movie. He plays Carmelengo Patrick McGregor. He's kind of the right-hand man to the now deceased Pope. And he's integral in this movie. I'm not going to really talk about his role too much. He's pretty stoic in this movie. He does a pretty good job. I'm not sure he's such a great actor, but he does an okay job in this movie. He's been in movies such as The Island. He's also the young Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequels, the three movies that chronicle the, you know, whatever, young Obi-Wan and young, you know, all those guys. And Ewan McGregor was also in Black Hawk Down, a small role in that ensemble cast, and he was also in Train Spotting, which is maybe the most disgusting movie I've ever seen, but he's very good at that too. Isla Zura in this movie, she's evidently Israeli's great actress. She's very good in this movie. I like her look. I think she's different from the character that was in the Da Vinci Code. She was a lot less passive. She was a kind of aggressive physicist in this movie, trying to find the ungodly creation that she made that's going to blow up the Vatican. So she's kind of cool as Langdon's right-hand woman. We've seen her in Vantage Point a couple of years ago, and we also saw her in Munich, and I think she's a terrific actress. She played an Italian woman in this. She did a very good job. I think we'll see more of her. Okay, so what are we going to do about this movie? You know, there were lots of parts that I liked about it. I mean, it really kept you involved. I mean, there was a lot of action in it. You know, there's some commentary on the Catholic Church. I mean, there's some interesting aspects of that. You really get a good insight to how they elect a new pope. I mean, there's some interesting parts to that. I really, you know, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, again, the acting was strong. The cinematography is always great in Ron Howard's movies. You know, I think I'm going to have to say, though, only see it if you're a fan of the Dan Brown novels. So I'm not recommending this to people who are not fans of the Dan Brown novels. I think if you're a fan of those novels, you're going to come and see this. Otherwise, I would say only if you're a fan, okay? That's my recommendation. So that's it. I'm Vinny, and this was Vinny's View. Check back with me next time. I'm going to have a lot of movies coming up. It's going to be a wild summer, okay? Thanks.